Okay, so last time we were multiplying, we're adding exponents that when we multiplied with the same base. So this time we're going to be doing powers of power and powers of products. So many P's. Okay, so if we look at this, if we wanted to write this out the long way, we would do squared. So normally, say we have -1 squared. So that would mean -1 times -1. It means there's two sets of these. So that means I need two sets of 5 to the 4th. Okay, so now if I'm multiplying things with the same base, I would add their exponents. So we would get 5 to the 8th. Oops. So you'll start to notice a pattern. Okay, so this one means there's 5 sets of these. So I got to write 5 sets of them. Okay, so now we're multiplying all of them, so we can just add, because they're all of the same base, so 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. So I should get m to the 15 is my answer. So you can see that when we are doing powers to a power, so we're multiplying one power to another power, we're just going to multiply them. So we're going to get m to the 15, because 5 times 3. So I always think of it as if we're doing power to a power, which is like pp, we're going to multiply. Because there's two p's. We're multiplying them. Power to a power, we're going to multiply. Okay, so here's the property. To raise a power to a power, you got to multiply the exponents or integers. So we're going to have a to the m times n, where a cannot equal 0 and m and n are integers for this. So when I say integers, I mean whole numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, -6, and so on and so forth. So here's another example. So this means that there's two sets of them. Okay, so normally we do 2 times 2, which is 4, and then we'd add these, so b to the 4th. But what we can do for this now is we can distribute this too. So we'd get 2 squared, because this is the same thing as 2 to the 1, and then b is 2 times 2, which is 4. So we'd get 4b to the 4th, which is the same thing. Once you do enough of these, it'll come a lot quicker to you. Okay, so this one, 5 times 3, m to the 15th. Okay, we got this one. Let's do that one first. We're going to have n to the 6th, and then we still have this 2m and -8, 2. So we're going to put 1s in all these places here, and then we're going to distribute this. So we're going to get n to the 6th times 2 squared, m squared, n to the -16. Now we can combine our n's, so we're going to get -16 plus 6 is -10, so we're going to have 2 squared, m squared, n to the -10. We got to drop it because we can't have a negative. So 2 squared is 4, so we're going to have m squared over n to the 10th. There's my final answer. Nothing else can be reduced or moved around. Okay, so we got a negative, so I'm going to automatically drop it. So we're going to get 1 over 7a squared. I'm going to put a 1 there because I don't have an exponent that I see. I'm going to put a 1 there too, and then I'm going to distribute. So I'm going to get 1 over 7 squared a squared, because remember we multiply. And then we can do the 7 squared, which is 49. So I would go ahead and whenever I see a problem, if I don't see an exponent, I'm going to put a 1 there, just so that it's easy when I go through and multiply everything. So this one, we got 7 times 2, which is 14, -4 times 3, which is -12, and then we're multiplying things with the same base, so now we add, because we're not doing power to a power, so we're not multiplying, so we're just going to get 3 squared, which is then 9. Okay, 1 to the 8th is 1 times 1 times 1 times 1 times 1. Well, 1 times 1 itself, there's no negative, so it's just going to be 1. So then we're just going to have m. Remember, always put a 1 if you don't see an exponent. M to the 7th. So 7 plus 1 is m to the 8th. okay? I automatically see this 0 here. Anything times 0 is 0. I don't have to do any of this other stuff because anything times 0 is going to be 0. So just remember when you're doing things, let's say we have 3m to the negative 1 squared, m to the 4 squared. Okay, so I would put a 1 here because I don't see 1, and then I would distribute. So I'd get 3 squared, negative 1 times 2 is negative 2, 4 times 2 is 8, and then we can add these. So we'd get m to the 6, 3 squared is 9. Okay, so always put a 1 in this spot whenever you don't see an exponent.